What's up, everybody? Let's discuss an altcoin today, which I am most bullish on for the future. And that's for one very simple reason, because I am the founder of this altcoin and I know exactly what we have in store. That's what do you mean? If you're watching this back, welcome to the watch back. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification. If you're live, welcome. Make sure to join. Put your questions, comments, threats in the comment bar, and we will get right into it. So what do you mean? I first would like to introduce the project for the people who do not know about it, because sometimes you hear about a project and then it's already too late. You can now hear about a project which isn't too late yet, and then you can decide if you would like to be a part of it or not, right? It's not financial advice, so if you want to sue me, ta-da, you can't, right? But I, as an investor, am very bullish on this project. So let me put it like that. My bagel has arrived, by the way. So if you see me with a bagel, no, I am not professional and I am eating during a live stream. I don't care. Um, First off, I would like to say that our project, what do you mean, is also, of course, very reliable on the crypto market. And the crypto market is just not doing so much spectacular things right now, right? Bitcoin, we went up first half of the year. Now, second half of the year, we are going down, and I expect it to keep on going down. The altcoin market goes down with it. Well, the altcoin market never really got up in the first place, so it just kept on going down. We are also an altcoin, of course. Now, very quick, what do we do? What do you mean is it has meme in the name, but we are nothing like a meme coin. We are basically a VC, a venture capital. We invest in pre-sales, private sales, startups, and we do this collectively. So we do this with a lot more money than an individual investor. So if we can allocate, now we can already allocate like $5,000 per pre-sale. Then it's going to be very interesting, because we do this through crypto launchpads like Seedify, like Engine Starter, like DQBait, Chain GPT, Pulse Finance. For example, take Seedify and take a look at what Seedify releases in the bull market. This is all at the end of 2021. That was the top of the bull market, right? And there they made 700 X's, 185, 169, 109. My bagel is here. Thank you. Love you. And sorry for that. So that gives us a very good perspective on what we can expect in the next crypto bull market. Now, I'm not saying we're going to see the same numbers, but I also don't see a reason why not. Because Seedify, for example, is mostly focused on now AI, but also gaming. Yeah, in my opinion, that will be way bigger the next bull market than it was in the last one. Especially gaming. AI wasn't really there, but gaming, we had like we had Axie that basically led the bull market for crypto gaming. But is Axie that good? I don't know. There are way better projects being built right now. And that's what we're gonna, you know, we will get rewarded by that in the bull market. So crypto is so much a patience game right now. Um, and the bear market is designed for investors to give up. We see it in our project as well. People are already selling. People are in crypto, they already sell everything. They give up, it isn't coming back, and it will keep on going down until it finally changes. But then it's too late. You want to be interested in the times where you have to have some balls of steel. And I hope you have those. I really hope you have those, because crypto is basically very easy. The cycles are written on the wall for you. It's written on the wall. But every time people say, nah, this time is going to be different. And then, ta-da, surprise, it's not. And you got wrecked because you thought it was going to be different. So I'm sticking to my thesis that Bitcoin will, and this is related to what do you mean? Because again, we are also crypto, believe it or not, that Bitcoin will go down, maybe sideways until the next halving, then a little bit of nothing, and then starts its bull run. Then you can make a clean 5, 10x, I don't know, with Bitcoin. But if you then convert your Bitcoin into good altcoins that do very well, yeah, if you make a 10x on top of your 10x, you also make 100x. And that doesn't even have to mean that you have to go to a crypto casino or anything. Most people that want 100x go into these risky ass meme coins. You don't need to. You don't need to. You can just, it's easy in the bull market. So let's talk about what do you mean? what we have done so far, what we are planning. And I want to I want to see your questions as well. If you have any suggestions, we already got some questions in the Telegram, so I will go over those. But very quickly, about what do you mean? What we have did, what we have done so far, and we've done more though. But the most bullish things we released in a bear market, and we did a 69x. Like, it's like, come on, how do you come up with that? 69, believe it or not, from the private sale price to the highest price. Yeah, that's beautiful. It shows that we release way too undervalued, but also people believe in the project a lot. And that's good, because I personally um, made $100,000 from April until now with a couple of IDOs. My personal allocation is way lower than what we have with What Do You Mean? And that was in the deepest of the crypto bear market, of the altcoin bear market. So I can only think like, wow, with higher allocations, more launch pads in the bull market, how are we going to do? I'll leave that to you to answer that. But yeah, I'm very bullish on that. Almost 800,000 What Do You Mean tokens are already burned forever. That's currently $20,000, something like that. You can see it right here. Sorry, I have to refresh it. Big ugly hat. So here you see I don't know, my computer is it's lagging right now, but $800,000 is burned forever already. It's flashing. It's like, oh man, it's a signal that it's doing well. So that's going to be way, way, way more. Because what some people might not understand is that What Do You Mean is going to be highly deflationary. Okay. Now, what's very cool is we have 100 million tokens total. If you look what's staked so far, is 42 million. So almost half of the total supply is staked. This is more than 60% of the circulating supply. So people get the utility. And that's what it's all about. Once we have profits coming in, let's say we invest $5,000 in a project and it does 100x, right? And in the future, we can allocate maybe 20,000 and it does a 400x. I don't know, but let's say we make 500K. We will take a big part of that money, buy What Do You Mean from the open market. We are really adjusting the app because this shit happens all the time, also with you. Anyway, we will take a big part of that money, buy What Do You Mean from the open market, and then burn it. So a lot of projects say like, oh, we're going to burn the token. That doesn't fucking matter. At least it doesn't matter for the price. If you buy it, then the price goes up. Then if you burn it, that can never be sold. So according to that buy, the price can never go down anymore. That's kind of what we are going to do. And we're going to do that with big money. And I am honestly, What Do You Mean, took a big hit, right? We're going to talk about that as well. But it's now sitting here at 1.2 cents. But if we do these buyback and burns, there's so much less liquidity than when we were over here. The price impact is going to be way higher as well. So I never look at the chart of our project simply because I don't care. I don't care. We did so fantastic. We did a 69x in a bear market. Yeah, of course you don't expect it to go up only. People take profits. And we have so much money in our project right now that, man, I as an investor, it sucks. But even if it gets all the way down here, it doesn't matter. We have it all to make it go up again as well. And it will. And not even well, we'll talk about that later when we have the questions. We gave away more than $20,000 to the community already. We have a lot of big buy contests, raffles. We have the raffle on our D app. Somebody actually won the freaking jackpot. Like, that chance is like crazy low. So we have a raffle going on every day, and people pay a little. What Do You Mean for the tickets that gets into the prize pot, and not every day a prize pot is going to be won, right? So this is going to get higher and higher and higher. But somebody, he had the numbers all. That chance is like not very high. So he won a big part of what's in the prize pot. So can you imagine if we at a certain point have a couple of 100,000 What Do You Mean tokens there? Then the raffle is going to be very fun. But it's a good start. As you already can see that it's actually possible to win that. So that's pretty cool. Let me go over a couple of questions in the meantime. After this, Our Launchpad wallet holds more than $90,000 so far. Stables, Launchpad tokens, insane stuff, right? If you imagine that we are still relatively small. Wait 1 second, this is important. I need my bagel. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, let me take a look at some questions that we did. That sucks about a live stream because I have to talk all the single time. So I cannot probably eat this, but I'm going to try anyway because I am freaking hungry, guys. I'm very sorry, but I'm a human and it's with chicken. So, yeah. Anyway, some questions that we got. Let me go into the questions on Telegram first, partly, then get into the live stream questions as well. Okay. Spicy Dave, he gave multiple questions. A lot of people they voted, so I think it's good stuff. Recently, volume is lower than less, or lower, so less money is raised in the LP wallet. I think we should keep enough stables for 2 IDOs before buying more Launchpad tokens. Something I think we do. Just want to clarify on it, and I agree. We now have like $12,000 in the Launchpad wallet in stables. There's more BNB coming in, so it grows over time. But yes, now I always calculate like, hey, what if we indeed get 2 or 3 IDOs? Can we pay for that? If something goes wrong and we cannot pay for that for some reason, I also said to one of the mods in the group, then I personally will give what do you mean a loan so we don't have to skip anything. But there is actually, I don't know if it's a good idea to already talk about that or not. But I have an idea, and we discussed it with a couple of people already, and they agree as well. But we will do a DAO voting on that, though, about how we have even more money. But I'll come back to that later. Um, like Pratt said before, I think we should start the DAO and have more questions and publish the results. Like, do we buy Launchpad tokens now, or do we wait with the money, etc.? Yeah. Indeed, and the reason why we haven't done that before is because the DAO system is getting a little upgrade. Because now on the governance, you can only give a yes or no answer, and that's kind of limited. So I talked to Zach, the developer, and we came to the conclusion that we should expand it a little bit. That you can do a multiple choice right there. That makes it a lot more fun for me as well to use the DAO, as we know that we can get all kind of different answers. 3, can we get an Excel sheet on the website of each buy, sell, burn, which token, price, and date? Dude, what the fuck? Yes, we can, of course. That takes a lot of work, though. So I have to be realistic before I'm gonna give my answer to that, because every time we buy back, burn, sell, the date, I have to write it all down. And my ADHD is like really not giving. Yeah, it's not. I'm not so structured when it comes to that. So I try. But what we already have, of course, is our Gitbook, our white paper, and here you can actually see at least what we invested when, in which project, through what launchpad, what the results are, how much we are currently in profit and loss. So also with Solidus, our latest investment. So that's what we have already. A lot is also traceable on the blockchain, of course. So if you really would like to know, like, hey, when did we burn any tokens or anything, you can find it. Wait, I'll take one bite. I'm so hungry. Oh man, this is too good. But I agree, in terms of transparency, it's a very good idea to have it. No, it's very good to have it. Can we have a weekly Telegram voice chat so people can talk? I think that's a good idea. I will make a poll with so you can vote on which date suits you best. Mm. I like the last question, but first this one. Can we limit the daily sales of what do you mean from the project to a max percent of the daily volume? let's say 5 or 7%. I think you mean the marketing wallet or the reserve wallet or anything, right? I think that's what you mean. Um, we can limit that. And since the current price chart, I also feel like, okay, let's stop the selling pressure for a while. I must say, it is overall, of course, very much dependent on your time frame. Um, if you feel like, man, long term, it's it for me, then it's very good to do this. What we do right now. If you say like, yeah, okay, but we also need to have some short-term momentum back in the game, which I also understand, then we should pause it or limit it a little bit. Because what we do is we have a marketing wallet because at a certain point we need marketing, right? But if we need some good marketing and it costs us a couple of $1,000s, I don't like to have nothing in the marketing wallet and then to have to sell a lot of tokens to get that couple of $1,000s, because that causes one big red candle, which could lead to panic, and to make the price do stupid things, right? Therefore, we rather chose to do it slightly, a little bit every day, so we are prepped, nothing too crazy, but we at least have the powder, the dry powder, to act when we need to act. But for now, I also must agree, we do have that dry powder for now, so I agree on that. Any plans for the $1 party? Yes, you're looking at it. Any plans for the $1 party? You know what it is. If we want to get, what do you mean, to a dollar? We have to get to a 99 for now $1 million market cap. Is that doable? Of course. But how do we do that? Very simple. One, the market needs to allow us, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yo, guys, in 5 days from now, we could get there. I can already tell you, probably not gonna happen. All right. That's not what we want as well. I know it sounds nice, but that's not healthy. The plan for the $1 is very simple. We have a utility which is basically so simple. You don't even need to, like some projects, they feel like, oh, we're going to make a super utility and you need to code it and you need to be a super dev and to understand if this utility is just an idea. But it's an idea like, hey, oh, why didn't anybody came up with this earlier? And that's the whole thing, right? Because again, if we make these killer ideas, which we will 100% promise right here, it's not even a guarantee, it's a promise, then the money comes into our project. And how the money comes into our project, do we add more liquidity? It's good for the price. Do we buy back and burn our token? It's good for the price. Do we get into more launch pads? It's good for the price because that's a snowball effect. Do we give more out to the community? Probably good for the price, because if you make, I don't know, $10,000 for at some point per month or whatever, I just call a random number, you'll probably be like, hey, I use a part of that to buy some more what do you mean tokens. So my next vestings are going to be higher. So as long as the project is alive, which it will be, I don't know why not. There will be a bull market at someday. Yeah, it's a patience game. It's really a patience game. And fuck, why wasn't my bagel earlier? I'm so hungry, but I can't eat like this. So that's the questions from Spacey Dive. Let me get into some YouTube comments as well to see what's going on right here. If you do, guys, have any comments, let me know. Oh my G-Toin, $3 super sticker. I love you. Going straight into the Launchpad wallet. Awesome. Let me see. Sir, when distribution of prizes from the last big buy competition? Congratulations, Monica. Yes, gonna be happening right after the live stream. Was getting back from vacation. My wife had some health problems, so I had to do a lot of work with less time. But right after the live stream, we're paying it out and putting a message into Telegram with the transaction hash. somebody else asked, like, but it's a little off topic, but I'm curious about your opinion about the AGI pump. Well, real quick about that then. AGI is Delysium. It's a project that we have spoke about a lot on this channel basically since day one. And their pump is quite insane. They got listed on BitHump. They're hitting the Korean markets. They have a partnership with Google and Microsoft announced. They're officially integrated into Google as an AI service. So this is the shit. This, yeah, crazy. So if it's a sustainable pump, yeah, probably cools off a little bit. But then again, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, beautiful. Um, Oh yeah, I get this message often when I open a staking page. Any advice how to prevent that application error? Yeah, it sucks. I have to let Zach work on it. I am not the developer of the D app, so I don't know exactly. But I have it myself as well. And the refresh works, but it's annoying. I agree on that. But it's definitely going to be worked on, though. Don't care about the price. I prefer dividends. Yeah, that's exactly like, as an investor, I understand you want to see the price do well. Um, but I must honestly tell, like, guys, in the long run, if you see the price chart um, like this, where we have it, like this, right? Let's put it on the daily. See the price chart like that. I, how do I say this? Because I'm the founder, so I cannot make promises, of course. Like, I don't want to get sued or anything. As an investor, I don't see a reason why it can't go way higher in the future with the utility that we have. So when the price is here, I do feel like, man, I'm feeling a little FOMO myself as well, to be honest. And I think I'm going to stack up on some more as well. I do not know what the price is going to do. I personally wanted to wait for the vestings to be over, and that's big time over, basically. We only have 2 or 3 private vestings going on. And then, yeah, the deflationary can begin, right? So the price, tomato, it doesn't really matter because the utility is what's going to, going to do it. Yeah, and the more you stake, the more you're going to get out of it. So it's going to be like fantastic. Wait. Can't wait to watch this later. Appreciate you, Paul, for at least being here to tell us that you can be here. That's OG. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters, by the way. It changes Menno to many. Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, we're doing a great job over there. We're killing it. I'm enjoying Xen Mints, bro. I'm happy for you. It's not for me, to be honest. I don't know about Xen and what it's doing lately, but I know a few months back I said, like, be a little careful with that kind of stuff, though. But if you're minting, that's free, right? Then it's no harm. But overall, yeah, this is like, well, what do you mean it's looking like that, bro? Like, oh my god. But yeah, if you're minting it for free, then it doesn't matter. Then it's free, even if it's 5 cents or $5 what you're making. Like, if you have no investment, then it doesn't matter. Did we already get the money back from the time you got scanned? Yeah, bro, it's already back. But I keep on adding liquidity to the project as well. But that's even not even relevant anymore. Be the chat, Fomotion. I will definitely keep on being the chat. So, guys, if you are in the live stream again, please, if you have any questions about the project, drop them right now. I'll get back to the let me pin you, by the way. You're awesome. But I'm gonna get back to the questions in the Telegram because there's more. Okay. Marco, he said, what's the marketing? Oh, Jesus Christ, I need my food. What's the strategy for the marketing reserve and the Launchpad wallets? How many tokens will be sold and in what phase? Because there is no buying pressure. It seems like these wallets are causing some downwards price movements the last weeks. Yeah, and that's just because we want to be prepared, right? We want to be able to market when the market allows us to market, if you follow what I mean. We want to be able to stack up on Launchpads whenever there is a big dip in the market. We want to be able to keep on doing giveaways. We gave away 20K already, right? Where do you think the money is coming from? But it's running a project is quite hard because if you run a project, I do notice that some people say, when marketing, go do marketing. And then when you do marketing, it's like, why are you using the marketing wallet? Like, what the? Yeah, come on. We try to please everybody, but that's never possible, right? So I just do what I think is best. I look at the market. No people are here right now. So we're not going to do big marketing right now. That's strong marketing money away. But we also don't want to cause a big red candle. So we do want to be a little prepared, of course, for when the time is right. It's just, yeah, that's what we do, right? Do what we think is best. And if the community is very clear about, hey, you should do this or you should not do that, then we go with that, of course, as well as you matter most. Um, I would just be interested to know more about the marketing. Is it totally on hold until the market conditions start to improve 6 months or so down the line? Or is there any plans to start something up soon? To answer that, the big marketing, we will wait for that because it's very, very, very simple. There are no people, as for now, into crypto. I can show you really easy. This is the dashboard from Benjamin Cohen, and it shows you exactly how many people are in crypto. And it's shocking. Well, not shocking, by the way, but well, I noticed that there are not many people left. So again, if you watch this video, you're gonna make it anyway because everybody already gave up crypto and they will be coming back later, being your exit liquidity. So congratulations on that already. But the red line is the social risk. That's how much people are watching YouTube videos, subscribing, following Twitter analysts, etc. And it's just going down. So people are leaving the crypto market, right? People are selling, they are leaving. So yeah, I can say like, hey, when this is all down, well, let's do some marketing right now. Who are we marketing to? Right. So no, we're not gonna do the big marketing right now. We're going to do some stuff, but that's more also related to your second question. That's more growth hacking. And I will explain that because you also asked, on a related note, what happened to the marketing with a lot of different Telegram groups like Eggman, or that meme maker one that did not turn out to be very useful? Is that on hold until better market conditions as well? Yeah, and that's the marketing or the growth hacking, basically what it is. You try to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that to see what works. And if something works, you go heavier on that, right? If I now spend 20K on YouTube videos and it doesn't have an impact, then it's throwing money away. So we did a couple of YouTube videos, did not have a big impact. So we're not going to do that for now. That's basically what we do. These things as well, I feel like it did indeed, like you said, did not have a big impact. So it's kind of a waste if we do that right now. Therefore, I rather build the project. Again, I cannot say this loud and often enough. The best marketing is having a good product. That's basically what it is. Um, so we can now not really focus that much on the product and not having money in the Launchpad wallet and not participate in these pre-sales and not do our research and not making sure that the app works fine and all of that. But if we then use that money to do the marketing, then what we are marketing with and who are we marketing it for, right? So we better just make sure that we are killing it right now, that we do a fantastic job, that money is coming in, and then you will notice that people will want to talk about our project really mouth to mouth, and that is always best, instead of paying some scam ass YouTuber that only talks about us because he's getting paid for it, right? um, this is not something that we're going to vote on. This is something very arrogant, but I know, and this is what we're going to do, because I've been a YouTuber on Fomotion. I've been promoting projects myself as well on the other channel. I've seen what works and I've seen what doesn't. I looked at these projects that came to me and I see how they market and I see what has an impact and what doesn't. And I'm happy that I have that experience at least. So we don't fuck it up with this project. That makes me very coincidence. Makes me very secure. When we'll be able to vote in the DAO governance as a staker of, what do you mean? You already can. So it already works, but still, again, it's only yes or no, and that kind of sucks. So therefore, fucking bagel sitting in front of me, can't eat that piece of shit right now. So fucking unhappy at this moment. But for now, it's only yes or no, and that's a little limited. So that's, I don't know how long that's going to take, a couple of days maybe, and then that's going to be better. Yeah. One question I would like to see addressed, seems quite important, is the BNB pairing. Yeah, good question. What happens if BNB gets a hit? Will the Binance Smart Chain survive? How will it affect? What do you mean? Any ways to prevent potential damage from this? Good questions, understandable questions. I think everybody would like to know that. First, I would like to say I don't know what's going to happen with BNB. Okay, I don't know. All I know, BNB has, I think, more FUD than actual damage. BNB, look at BNB and how much people are panicking about this. Then look at Matic. Same chart. Nobody talks about Matic like that. So that kind of, am I still live? I saw some shit going on right there. I think I'm still live, right? Let me check real quick. I'm still live. Am I still live? Say yes, please, in the chat real quick. Anyway, in case I am live, I'll keep on going. I think that BNB, if it goes down, then BNB is fucked. Let's be honest. If from just a price, and not because of the FUD and all of that, but purely technical point of view, if it goes down, it's fucked. Like, it goes down hard. However, do I think that the BNB chain is in danger? No. Do I think that Binance is in danger? Maybe. But BNB is more than Binance because it's also the Binance Smart Chain. But BNB is also more than the Binance Smart Chain because it's also Binance. FUD is a very common thing in a bear market, and especially now we're sitting at these levels. Don't forget, we went there once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Like, we went there before, and it all went okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything. Hypothetically, if it does go down, is what do you mean going down with it? Yes, because we are paired with BNB. That much BNB is that much W. What do you mean? So if BNB is lower, then what do you mean is also lower? So you also must understand, if BNB goes higher, then what do you mean also goes higher? And therefore, we chose to not add liquidity to a stable coin, because we are born in the bear market. We are born at these low levels, right? So if it goes up, we automatically go up with it. So there's also a lot of automated upside for us. If BNB goes to $1,000, for example, that's 5x, we automatically 5x with it. Plus, if we go down, because BNB goes down, there are too many degens. We have so less liquidity then that one small buy pumps our price pretty hard. And I want to have some cash in one of the wallets as well to be able to buy back if that happens. So we can actually buy back and then whatever burn or whatever these tokens to catch that fall. However, I have to check. The liquidity is, we first locked our liquidity for 3 months. That was voted for by the community. I am thinking, but also we'll do a vote on that, to maybe add half BNB liquidity and half USDT, right? That if something happens with BNB, we also paired with USDT. Maybe that's a good idea. And we can also add liquidity to maybe wrap Bitcoin. Maybe, I don't know why people are not doing that, by the way, but I have to take a look. But I think that's a lot safer as well. So less upside if we do it with USDT, but also less downside. And for the people that do care about the price, then in that case, that's a little more safe. Let me check. Is there a way we could we could find a way to market, what do you mean, to people who are not able to participate in launchpad sales due to whatever reasons, like KYC, location, etc., but are interested in being also to participate? This project should be very interesting to them, and I 100% agree that we should see how we can focus on that market, on the US market, on China, is it, I think, because a lot of people from the US, sorry, a lot of people from the US, or everybody from the US, can participate because they live in the fucking US. That's our unique selling point, and I agree on you. We should focus on that. So I'm gonna write all these questions in a note later, and we're gonna check out how we can do that. It's very smart. Yes. Questions for the AMA. One, elaboration on what do you mean going private? Two, is there a time set for when this may occur? Yeah, so this is something that we have been talking about for a while and thinking about, but not on the plans for now yet, as we first want to see it succeed as it is, of course, before we change anything. But at a certain point, we want to step away from the meme side and really want to turn into a VC and maybe even a private one. How we are going to do that, we have a lot of things that we are talking about on the potential ways to do that. But there's not a clear winner yet, so I'm not want to discuss that yet. Um, but why do we say that, and why do we want to do that? It's very simple. What do you mean turns out to be a big hit, right? It's good, we make a lot of money, the price goes up, but also a lot more investors come in, and then you have to share your profits with more investors, right? They eventually buy at a higher price and wouldn't be able to get as much tokens as you can buy right now. But that's with crypto always. Like some people said, like, yeah, what about the later investors? Yeah, like if you buy Bitcoin at $1, yeah, what about the people that buy it at 60K? Yeah, it should have been earlier, right? Like that's with everything. The earlier you are, the better, more risk, more reward. That's just what it is. But we are thinking about a way about limiting the staking opportunities as they are right now, to put it like that. Um, so we were speculating, for example, like, oh, maybe no more people can buy the project at a certain point, the coin, but that's just stupid, to be honest. So that's not on the cards. But maybe we can make it in a way that this staking, as it is right now for the launchpad profits, you wouldn't be able to stake there anymore at a certain point. So you do not have to share your profits with more people. And you might think like, and why people would why do they want to buy the token? Well, first, because if the utility works, the price of course goes up. But two, there's more utility coming. That's what we spoke about before, and I haven't talked about what kind of utility yet. But there is more utility coming, and there will be staking pools probably for that utility as well. So you have not really seen much of the project yet, but that's just we slowly building. And the market, if the bear market takes another year, it is fine. It is very boring for the coming year, but the longer it takes, the more we can prepare, and the higher the reward is going to be in the bull. That's how you have to take a look at it. And being paid, that's what your personal investment is the same thing. Patience is a biatch unless you have it. Same with money. Um, Binance has encouraged users to convert the BUSD holdings into another asset, including the newly listed stablecoin FDUSD. FDUSD is issued by the First Digital Group, a Hong Kong-based trust asset company. Do we have plans to switch from BUSD to a different stable as the profits are synced to pay out in BUSD? Yeah, we probably going to do it in USDT, the wrapped version of USDT on the Binance Smart Chain, because I, you know, it's, I'm not necessarily worried that BUSD will collapse now, but you also don't want to take that risk, right? So yeah, we're gonna do that with USDT. Pools Finance is already going to use USDT for their launchpad. I think all the other launchpads are going to use that as well, and we should go with that. Um, Let me see. Is there any more? Oh yeah, Brad, smart guy. Can we also plan more regular update from the project from you? Yes. Initially, we started with a weekly project update block. We don't need it every week, but should at least target a monthly project update to let us know significant milestones, current challenges, any updates on the roadmap, updates on the wallet projects, project wallets. What are you targeting in next month? Sneak peeks and of additional utilities, etc. I 150 million% agree with you. Been a little lagging about that. I'm not gonna fuck around about that. Um, yes, that should be way more prioritized, and that's triple noted, 100%. And gonna start with that right away because that's what you want to see in a project. Say 100%. Um, I have another question from Spacey Dive. If we will want to vote for a Launchpad token buy, for example, we can check how much USD allocation is given per $1,000 invested in their last IDO, so people can vote. So people that vote can compare better if we should vote to got Launchpad 1 versus Launchpad 2. Yeah, I hope everybody understands that. Um, yeah, what like partly, like I kind of already answered that. Like a launchpad is more than just the allocation that you get. Like you can say like, hey, we can better go in engine starter than seedify, because engine starter you get more allocation. Yeah, but seedify is more innovative, transparent, safe, all of that. And that you can compare a lot of launchpads to a lot of different funds when it comes to that. um, and also, of course, when the money that we invest in these launch pads to be safe and not just risk it for a high allocation. However, we are we can also use the DAO for that. And like I said earlier, I can make a video like, hey guys, um, we want to invest some money. I'm gonna review this launchpad. I'm gonna review this launchpad. Here you have the video. Based on that, cast your vote. Maybe that's best, right? Um, what I did though for now is I decided myself, and that's purely because I wanted to separate. I don't want to throw my eggs in one basket. Like, yes, we can get the highest tier on Seedify right now, and that's amazing. But then we have all our eggs in the Seedify basket. And what if something happens to Seedify? Then we're fucked, right? We don't want our project to rely on another project. So therefore, we have now a quite equal amount to Seedify, and well, not really, but we're getting there. Seedify engine starter, chain GPT pools. Decubate kind of expensive from what I noticed, so I don't know how we're gonna continue with that, but yeah, um definitely. So let me check in the live chat if there are any other questions, and otherwise we're gonna wrap it up because it's taken 42 minutes for now, and I will need my bagel. Uh, 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 um, Let me see. Yeah, everybody about other coins, etc. Like, yeah, we're gonna do some live streams soon. Not what do you mean related. Put your cap back on. Why you can't accept my awesome sexiness? Menno, just take 30 seconds to eat your bagel. I need more than that. I need to enjoy that piece of bagel. Um, this is a great idea. I'm an investor. Would you consider Make It Out, Trust Swap, or Occam Razor? Well, what I do when investing in that, I just look at, for example, IDO platform ROI. So this is the ROI. So if we take a look over the last year, BSC pad had one IDO, so it's not really relevant. But if you look like, well, Seedify did very well, right? Basically the top. Trust pad swap did very well as well. Dowmaker as well. Engine starter as well. Not too far under that is Pools Finance. So I'm not gonna look at these things right here, really. I don't really like that. So I look at that, but I also look at um, what's the you know the allocation that you get, for example, for the money that you have invested, but also what's the market cap of that coin. How's the price? Like GameFi is a project that I have on my radar for a long time, but I haven't bought it yet, for one simple reason, is that GameFi is making lower lows after lower lows. It's a tanking project. I liked it when it was $7, and I felt like, man, maybe we should get some. And then I looked at the chart better, and I felt like, no, why the fuck should we do that? And now when I look back at it, I feel like, man, I'm so happy I didn't do it, right? And that's how a lot of people in crypto get wrecked. Like they see a dip here, for example, it dipped all the way from $200 or so to 20, and it bounced all the way back to 70. People here definitely said, you see, was a good buy. Now where is it? 140, right? Like, and I'm just looking like, okay, if we have 10k or something that we want to invest, yeah, I don't want that 10k to be later 1k, right? And GameFi is the project in this case that kind of shows that it could turn into 1k pretty easy. So I also look at price performance because it's you know, precious money that we have to allocate. And if it gets lower, we can get a way higher allocation because we can use the same money to get more tokens. Any emergency plans for the long term in case regulations forbid launchpads? I must tell you that it's a good question, because I don't really think about that much, because I honestly, in the Netherlands, I don't expect it to be forbidden. Netherlands is pretty laid back when it comes to crypto. They'd be like, oh, we don't know, so oh good. It's not that much of a problem right here. If it does get to be seems to be a problem, and we find other, like, we have other utilities planned, and then we move on with these utilities, and in the meantime that we're building that, we can make just investments, right? We have $140,000 total, something like that. Yeah, and the bull market is going to be way more, so we can just 10x our money first, and then we have a couple of million maybe, and we can put out our other utilities. So yeah, no problem at all. Guido, love you. Let me see. You miss the live stream days. I'm also gonna live stream more on the channel. I miss it too. It's fun. It's always fun. I always think like, why don't I live stream more? It's awesome. Thank you, Menno. I love your videos. I got a lot of value from looking at the Bitcoin pairs, not just USD pairs. I really hope what do you mean does really well, as it's a fantastic use case. Keep going. I love you. Thank you for that, guys. I want to leave it here. If you do have any questions and you're watching this back, leave them in the comments and we will talk about it in one of the next videos. So thanks for your time. Don't forget to give the video a little like. Helps me to push it into YouTube's algorithm. Small effort. Yeah, would really appreciate it. See you guys.